Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance, and this is an M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Redshire, and the commander of this vehicle is TerminatorrPL. Yes, you've seen one of his videos before when he was on Winter Himmelsdorf, and this time he's on Redshire to prove that the 8-inch howitzer on the M40 M43, or rather it's actually the M43 that carries the 8-inch, is really powerful. Okay, now he's backing way down the slope. He's at the east end of the map. Or is it the west end? It's the west end, so let's get this right. And he's now looking for targets. Now, normally scouts will actually appear on the hill. I think it's sort of like almost a given that somebody will appear on the hill very, very soon after the battle starts, and lo and behold, there's a batch at 12 ton. And he's popped up here, and he's having a quick look, and he's been joined by a T-49, the light tank with a dirt gun. And that round goes out to remind him that he's being watched. 198 hit points. And because it's such a long reload, and it is a long reload on the M43, with the 8-inch howitzer, TerminatorrPL's got plenty of time to relocate, and it's always a wise thing to do with the Artys that have got long reloads. If you've got a short reload Arty, it sometimes can be wiser to stay in place, because you don't want to upset your aim. Plus, of course, being in one place means that you are going to be pumping out shells on a much more regular basis, so sometimes it's just better if you've got a short reload time just to stay where you are. Now he's got a red line there, which means the top of the castle is getting in the way, so it's going to be difficult for him to hit that Emil the way it is right now. Just the edge of that castle tower is in the way, but there's plenty of enemy milling about. There's an FV4202. Now he's up next to that rock. That rock's a favourite spot for some people. And he got a big hit there, 574 hit points on the FV4202. He's now realised that rock is not such a great place to be. A lot of people like the rock since it's quite good protection from one side, so that you only have to cover two sides. Of course, you don't have to cover behind you, but you certainly could cover in front and to the east. But in that particular occasion, it's worked out really badly for the FV4202, and it's about to end up badly for the T10 as well, who's sitting there absolutely motionless. And that round went straight in. Oh, he's caused a fire. He's got a fire. Will it burn? Yes, it does, and he picks up a kill. 703 hit points off the fire, 439 off the original hit. So he just burned the tank to death, and that means he's going to pick up an arsonist medal. That T10 is now regretting not moving. He should have moved. You can't stay stationary any length of time. I keep saying this to tank drivers. If you get hit by Arty, it's not Arty's fault you got hit. It's your fault that you were stationary long enough for him to hit you. Okay, now we can't see anybody else except... Oh, Reveler Risei poking his head round the edge of that barn. Very bad move. Very bad move indeed, because you're going to get splashed. If not splashed, you're going to get a direct hit from an 8-inch howitzer, and that will certainly ruin your day. Now, as it is, he could probably knock that entire barn down, because it is a destructible one. If he aims for the centre of the barn will literally just disappear as the shell hits it, but he's not going to do that, because there's that Emil again. Unfortunately, he's hiding behind the rock, so we can't hit him at the moment, but he's testing all the angles to see if it's possible to hit him, and he doesn't need to, because the FV4005, the ship barn, actually got the the Emil instead, and that tank's gone down. That was an AT-15. It's now a wreck. Okay, T110E3 hiding behind that rock. It's a difficult shot from here. He's going to look at it. I think he's going to try. Yep, round out. Oh, well, it hit the rock, but it did do some critical damage to the T110E3. And there's another T110E3 over the east side of the map. And I think he's looking to hit that one now. In fact, he's not the only one. I think the other Arty on his team wants to have a go at that one. And the other Arty is also an M40. Or M43, I should say. Now, where is he? There he is. He's moved just a little bit, but let's see if we can put the shell right on the money. Rounds out, indicates his target. A bit late, but doesn't matter. He got 28 hit points of splash damage. The E3 pulled away just enough to avoid direct hit, but he's picked up a huge amount of stun assists because he stunned it. So it's really worked out well for him. Now, what's he going to do next? Is he going to put a round next to the E3 there? There was a Redshire around there as well. No, there's the E3. He's lost a huge amount of health, but... Oh, there's another ammo rack. That's two ammo racks in short order, and they were both from the same enemy. The same tank destroyer got both of them. Rounds out the E3, and he does splash kill him this time. That E3 is out the game. Now, that means there's only 5 enemy left, and they're opposed by 6 tanks on TerminatorrPL's team. Unfortunately, fortunately I should say, his teammate, his platoon mate in the Centurion 1 is still alive, but he's in the castle grounds. And I don't think he's going to move too far because he's spotting for the E3 and the Redshire, who are down at this end behind these rocks and behind that barn. Okay, rounds out on the E3. Now we'll have to wait and see if that did any damage. There's nobody close enough to actually do any stun assists there. They're all on the spotting hill. Oh, we just lost one. We just lost the Type 4 Heavy. He was taken out by that same FOC that caused the problems with the 2 tanks that were ammo-racked. And there's the Redshire. He's moving. And there's the E3. Oh, he's missing some hit points. So I think that hit, that near miss, probably did do some splash damage. And the Redshire just took a hit. Now, can he get the round between the gap? He does! Oh, he's got another fire! And the Redshire's gone. That's 2 tanks he's burnt to death now. He took out the T10 and the Redshire by setting fire to them. Okay, now there's that Foch. We need to teach that Foch a lesson. Yes, he's hiding behind that barn. That barn is an indestructible one, unfortunately. So we can't knock it down. I do wish that Wargaming would make some of these barns, these indestructible buildings, destructible with enough HE. But he's not going to be able to hit it. He might be able to splash that Foch, and that's the best thing he could do right now. Splash him, and that would stop the Foch from attacking the FV215. As it is now, he can't put a shell... Oh, no, Death Star managed to get the FV. Now, going after the T110E3, and then it's just 2 Arty left. And those enemy Arty are pretty good. Oh, and he does that one as well. 175. That's 4 kills he's got now. 4 kills. And that just leaves the enemy Arty on the enemy team. So it's 2 M40s against 1 M40 and an Lorraine 155. I think it's a 51. Just check that. Yes, it is a 51. And there's the M40. And he's backing away, which makes him very slow. And that's a silly move because... Oh, and there's the Lorraine. I think he's going to go for the M40 because it's the easier one to go. Oh, such a pity. The round goes out just after his teammate in the M40 who didn't mark the target. So obviously they didn't know that both were going for the same target. But the ship barn manages to close down the Lorraine 15551, and that's the end of the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's another ace tanker for TerminatorrPL in the M40, M43. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16, and he got an Arsonist medal. Well, it should be an Arsonist medal times 2, because he actually set fire to 2 vehicles, the T10 and the Redshire, or as the Ravioli, as Jingles likes to call it. But they actually was known as the Ravioli to many people. And on top of that, he picked up a fighter badge because he managed to get at least 4 kills. And finally, he got a Gore's medal. He did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the ship barn, the FV4005. He managed to get 3,871 hit points, but Terminator managed to get 3,237. His teammate in the other M43 managed to get 1,906. So it shows that he was also working very hard, but not quite as hard as Terminator. When it came to kills, well, Terminator shared that total 4 with the ship barn again. Both of them had 4 kills. But when it came to base XP, Terminator topped the table, 1,162. Again, shows that he was way above the others. He was in a tier 8 and he was hitting much higher tiered opponents and doing very nicely about it. There's the medals he picked up as well. If we look at the detailed report, we can see that he fired only 10 rounds during that battle. He got 4 direct hits, 4 penetrations, and 5 splash damage. 2 of those direct hits were the ones that set fire to the T10 and the Redshire. He also did damage of 3,237 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 6 of the enemy, that's 2/5 of the enemy team, but only killed 4 of them, unfortunately. He did stun assistance damage of 1,301, caused by 7 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 32,351 credits, but he had a personal reserves bonus going at the same time, so he picked up an additional 8,088, bringing his total to 40,439. And after ammunition resupply, and the ammunition is expensive for the 8-inch howitzer, he was actually left with 21,739 credits. He received 1,162 base XP, but it was times 3 for the first victory of the day, and he got a personal reserves bonus as well. And on top of that, he got a bonus of 116 XP for playing in the platoon from the start of the battle, and so that brings his total to 3,602 for that battle, which is a very nice score indeed. So well done there, TerminatorrPL. Good score, good result. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.